Okay, today we're going to talk about how to find the area of oblique triangles. Oblique triangles are just triangles that are not right triangles. Okay, so we have a formula for right triangles. You've learned that forever. You've always said 1/2 base times height. Okay, well that only works with right triangles. So if we don't have a right angle, then we got to have a different way to find the area. So we have a new formula now that we know some trig ratios that we can talk about. And they're listed out here. The area of the triangle is going to equal 1/2, and then little b times little c times sine of big A. Okay, or you could do 1/2 AC sine of big B. So you're going to notice that you're using the two little sides, and then the angle is an angle that's not the little side. So like if I have little a, little c, then the angle has to be B. All right, now, star. Okay, sometimes you won't be given enough information to start with that you can just jump right to your formula. You might have to go back and use law of sines or law of cosines to help us find all the information we need to be able to use one of these three area formulas. So let's look at the first one. I got little a is 22, little c is 16, and angle B is 42. So do I have the correct information? And so hopefully everybody says, well, let's look at the middle formula for area we have up above. It says 1/2 AC sine of big B. And hopefully everybody's going to say, hey, that's exactly what I got. I got a little a, I got a little c, and I got the angle big B. So if we just plug it in, we're going to do 1/2 times 22 times 16 times sine of 42. So I just type that directly into my calculator, and I get the area to be about 117.8. Okay, let's look at the next one. Over here, I got a problem. I don't know any of the angles. All I know are sides. So I can't use my area formula yet because I have to at least know one angle. So we can pick any of the three angles to solve for. So I'm just going to choose angle A. And I'm going to use the law of cosines. So remember, if I'm trying to find an angle, I have to do inverse. And then cosines, this is going to be for angle A. For cosines, for the angle, you always subtract the little letter that matches the angle we're looking for. So we're going to subtract little a, which is 28. So then that means I'm going to add the other two angles together. Boom, boom. Square all of these, of course. And then on the bottom, it's 2 times the two sides we added together. Close and close. So go to your calculator, type it in exactly how we have it written. And I came up with angle A to be 29.9 degrees. So now that I know angle A, I'm going to use the first area formula. So I'm going to use area equals 1/2 BC sine of big A. So 1/2 times little b, which is 42, times little c, which is 55, times the sine of big A, which is 29.9. So type that into your calculator, and I came up with the area to be about 575.8. Okay. Then we'll have a few word problems. So let's take a look at this one. We got 3 people. We got Josh, Mary, and Evan. They're all playing Frisbee outside. It says their current position forms a triangle. Okay, so I don't care how you do it. I'm going to make me a triangle here. Remember, don't make a right triangle. I'm going to put Josh at the bottom. I'm going to put Evan at the bottom. And I'm going to put Mary up at the top angle. So it says the angle with Josh is 44 degrees. So by J, put in 44. Mary's angle is 21. Put that in. And then Mary is 15 meters from Evan. So between M and E, that side is 15. So now what is the area of the triangle formed by these 3 people? Remember, to find the area of a triangle, you have to know 2 sides and an angle. So I have to work on finding a side. So to find a side, I'm going to go to law of sines. I cannot do law of cosines because to do law of cosines, you have to know 2 sides to find the third one. But if you only know 1 side, then that means law of sines. All right. So the one I know both the little and the big. So that's going to be 15 over sine of 44. Equals. And then I know Mary's angle, so I don't know little m. So I'm going to have little m over sine of Mary's angle, which is 21. So I'm going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to take 15 sine of 21, and I'm going to divide it by sine of 44. So then I'm going to type that in my calculator and get little m to be 7.7. Okay, now I know little m and I know little j. So remember to use your area formula. My area formula would be 1/2 the sides I know, which would be Mary's side. Now, cross from Mary, cross from Josh. I know that. So that would be J times sine of what letter have I not used yet? And that would be Evans, the biggie. So remember, for the area formula, whatever 2 sides you're using, you have to use the angle of the third side that you have not used. So before I can jump right into this formula, I got to do something else. I got to find big E. Well, if I know 2 angles of a right triangle, I can find the third one by doing 180 minus. So then angle E would be 115 degrees. So now I know all the required information to plug in. So 1/2 times 7.7 times 15 times the sine of 115. So if I type that all into my calculator, I get the area to be 52.3. And then since it's a word problem, they give me a label. And if you look up here, it says that the label is in meters. So you can't just put meters here. Got to remember, if we're talking about area, that would be your measurement squared. So you do have to put in meters squared. And you're done.